All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you guys are tuning in, hit that thumbs up, and if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. So, guys, I lost 1K today in about 1 hour of trading. Not really the best result, and to make matters worse, it was a day where we had some pretty decent opportunities. So, Relentless, what went wrong? Guys, I kid you not, it's like I could not connect on this stock, man. You know, I watch a lot of ESPN and Sports Center, and there's a show called Inside the NBA, right? For those of you familiar with NBA basketball, sometimes they'll say, the guy couldn't throw the ball into the ocean, and that was me. I couldn't throw the dart onto a wide open football field or something. I mean, geez, Louise. If your name is Louise, I apologize. Anyhow, from the very first trade that I take, right? And I'm taking trades I usually would take every day, right? The very first setup that comes into play, which is the 1 minute candle making the new high. This is stock MIMO, by the way, and I did find this one on the watch list, right? From Momo Pro, right? We talk about how we determine our watch list every day, right here in the discovery section, right? So that's how I found it. And so coming into the open, I'm watching this thing and I'm like, you know what? I like that we're seeing a bit of a bottoming wick on this red candle, and I want to be in for the 1 minute candle making the new high. And so I bought down here. I'm in, but before the candle goes, we get a small pullback here, right? So at real time, we had a drop down like that, and then the move up. And so in this small pullback, I stopped out. Like, man, is this thing really gonna go for the new high? And it ends up going. I try to get in higher, just wasn't positioned well, wasn't able to make money. I'm watching the pullback. I buy the pullback over here. I'm thinking, hey, I'm gonna be in on this candle. I'm gonna get the move up, and I'm in at 26 area. We end up pulling back an extra penny at 25.19, and I get stopped out at the low, and then the 1 minute candle makes the new high. This thing rips up without me again. And from there, it was just me fumbling trades. At this point, I started to hesitate a little bit. We get a very sweet baby pullback. So I want you guys to see that's the same set of patterns or and edges that we trade every day, every time. Today I just fumbled. It's all me. It has nothing to do with the stock. The stock traded well. It has a slightly bigger spread than the one yesterday, but still very manageable. Quick dip in here and a huge rip up. I fumbled the trade again, and we've now went from 23 cents to a high of 34, which is a huge move for this price range. And I fumbled all the trades. Just not good. Just not good. We get a short-term consolidation right here. Usually when we're sideways, I'm looking like, hey, can we go up or will this go down? So we end up going down, and we pulled back here to a low of 28. And just again, I mean, usually even if I'm like not as accurate, I'm not usually this poor in my accuracy, and I was like awfully poor in my accuracy today. Beautiful bottoming wick. This thing rips up nicely here. And we just got chopped out again. Like, we're in a little too high on the dip. It dips down some more and then rips. Over here, though, I was a little bit more disappointed. So we did have a small higher low. 1 minute candle makes a new high. This ended up being a false breakout. We're in right here. We get caught on the false break. It comes down. We took a loss there. So, and even on this trade, like, I needed to be quicker to just sell. Like, hey, just get out. I'm in. I'm slightly green. It's not continuously pushing. Sell the trade. Like, why are we still in there? Sell the trade, get out. You can get back in. So, sometimes when you get those early good trades, like, you're a little bit more sharp, you're a little bit more confident, but this is something we have to work on when we do miss the early key trades to still stay just as sharp and just as confident. Giving the stock a little too much time where we already saw two topping wicks, like, hey, get out of there. Make sure you take that little bit of green. You can always get back in. This is one of the areas where I did worse because on the way down here initially, it's always difficult because you don't really know what the bottom is going to be. This can be the bottom, this can be the bottom, or this can be the bottom. But over here, we're pulling back into an area that we just had, and the low was 28 or so. Yeah, 28. We never broke below 28, and I got in here at 28.20. I got in at 28.50, a little higher initially, but I got in at 28.20, and I added a 28.80 or so. My average, or 28.90. My average was 28.60, and right here we pulled back to a low of 28.39. I stopped out. But that was no real reason to stop out, right? If I'm in at 28.60 and we break below 28, I'll be risking about 280 in the trade here. But for this to go up, because I had a lot of share size, right? But for this to go up, we can make, for every penny, I think we had about 30,000 shares. So every penny is about 280, $300. If this goes up, again, we went, and from here, from, let's see, 28.60, we got to 31.90. Small quick pullback in here, and then a rip to 35. The opportunity was here for the taking, man. I'm very disappointed that I ended red on this stock. Just paper hands, not being confident enough to hold the position. Every time we would come down a bit in the spread, I'm just saying, hey, just cut this thing because it's going to flush down. I'm going to lose more, rather than just giving it a chance and being more confident about the trade. This is a 5-minute setup, right? We're in, and we want to put a stop in place rather than being in and out. And if we're not comfortable with the share size that we're using, we can size down and take the same trade with less risk, right? So again, very disappointed in this area here. And look at how nicely this plays out. It comes up, it gives a quick dip, and as terrible as I'm trading at this point, of course, I missed this dip in 1 minute candle to make the new high. And for high of day, I'm buying, we get the topping wick. I'm in here, I'm up like 2 cents or 3 cents at this time. And I thought it was going to take off, so I added again. Just not great decision making. And ended up doing terrible in this area here. Instead of adding and making back some of the losses, we just, this ended up going against us. And then over here, we tried again, and we're a little slow to buy. We get a high fill, but we're still in the green. And I think we take this one off for a small gain, but we could have definitely been in like much sooner, since like lower down here. So just very disappointing. Not great trading for me. These are the setups that we trade every day. There's no excuse here to not be green. Whether it's 770 in the green, 1K in the green, 1500 in the green, anything in the green, $500 even. So very poor, very, very poor trading. We did come back up here later in the day, but this ended up being a rejection of the 200 EMA. This pink line we have for a reason, and it is deadly. The 200 EMA rejection. Short sellers definitely felt good about this, shorting these levels here, here, and maybe all in here, and risking at the high. This thing ended up going all the way down to 22. Short sellers definitely felt good about this one. So, that was the day. There was another stock in LQR where, we missed the first move up watching the other one, but right here we did witness the red to green. Same thing all over again. Same thing that we usually look for. Bear flag. Hey, break up the bear flag. I'm like, if we can get over 80, I want to be in. I did take trades here for the 1 minute candle to make the new high. But just, the way how it played out, man, it's so close. It's so close. It's so close. This stock and the other stock. I'm in. It's like, how do you not make money in this? Like, geez. I'm in at 80. I think I'm out at like 80. Scratch trade. It goes to 85. There's a spread of about 4 cents. I tried to get in a bit of a midpoint entry like 82. I'm in at 85, and it's lingering. It's lingering. So I'm like, you know what, man? Maybe this thing is going to just reject. It's a slow day. Maybe it doesn't go. So I'm like, okay, cut the trade. It rips to 90, then 95. And in my head, I'm like, are you kidding me? So, the timing is what really got me today. Like whether I'm selling too soon or not holding long enough, but I'm in all the right areas. So again, it's like I say, like my red days, like I'm never really like mad. It comes down to some small things. But if I break the rules and I do something silly, and like then I'll be like very, very upset about how I performed. But a day like today, there's nothing to be upset about. It's just a matter of me making some small adjustments, watching over the film, and coming back. Because if tomorrow is similar to today, we got to make sure that we are executing properly in the right areas. So this thing pushed up to 3. At this point, I kind of felt like, am I chasing it? Because I missed the move at 80. It literally just went up 20 cents, and I missed all of it. Then it dips down. This is my first good trade. It dips down at 85. Well, actually, no, I missed this trade. I put out a bid at 85. No fill. No fill. It rips back to 3 almost instantly. It drops here to 90. I got in at 90. Sold up at like 3. And then over 3 couldn't capitalize. I tried for the break and hold of the whole dollar for the baby pullback right here. I'm in at 4. I think I got a higher fill at 8. And it hesitates for a couple seconds and then it goes. So I missed the move up to 37. Just this move alone, if we capture every trade in here alone, we'd be up like 1K plus on this stock. So very, very disappointing day, just slightly frustrating in terms of like execution. But man, I tell you, it's such a close thing every time. This goes slightly differently. Boom, 1200. As poor as we might have done on the other stock, we're still small green on the day, flat day. Boom, if we trade the other stock well, like we should have, and we also trade this well, $2,500 day. Like that's what it is. It's just that simple. Is that's the difference. That is the difference. A very small difference. Tomorrow again. Tomorrow we redeem ourselves. We fly high. You guys know I'm never worried about this stuff, man. But at times it does get a little, a little frustrating. But we feel good about where we are. We're looking forward to the opportunity. We're looking forward to the momentum. We're always in that Goldilocks zone of never getting too high or too low. So we feel very, very great, and we're looking forward to the opportunity. So with that being said, guys, check out those links down below. Check out my wonderful day trading course. I'm very proud of this day trading course that I have here. It's called Merciless Markets. If you're living under a rock and you don't know, guys, Merciless Markets is where I teach all the strategies that I trade. And you know what? There are some students who are doing very, very well. There are people who are taking this thing seriously and they're performing. It's showing. All right. And you guys can see those traders in the chat room on a day-to-day basis if you're a part of the community. Check out Merciless Markets if you want to get started here into the new year's, building your trading experience. We do not guarantee any profitability because nothing in this life is really guaranteed, but we do teach you how to approach the market in a low risk way. We have everything that we trade, rather all the strategies that we trade laid out, and it is in a very methodical order. All right, it's easy to digest. It's progressive. The full curriculum is here. You can check it out. There's 4 p.m. There's the bell. Yeah, the entire curriculum is here. And not only is there the 0 to advanced curriculum, right? There's also other perks included, such as chat room access, one-on-one mentorships. Yes, one-on-one mentorships with myself or Marcelo. You can book these mentor sessions. All right, there's also Tim. You can also trade with Tim if you maybe want to check out Tim, right? You can check him out. There's weekly Q&As, there's ongoing lectures, and much, much more. All right, guys. So feel free to check out MMU today. All right. Coupon code DREAM for 50% off. So other than that, if you're not in need of a class or any sort of guidance in that way or shape, but you do want to be a part of the community, feel free to check out MMU. All right, guys. Well, MMU, the Discord rather. I was just in the MMU chat room here in the Discord. But anyway, feel free to check out the Discord. This is our chat room where we trade every day. We can come here and check and see how some of the traders did. Anthony, Nicely done, holding it down for us. There's some small red. Some people will be different small share size depending on where they are in their trading journey, their trading career. You know, crispy trades there, 1,500 bucks. We got Tim small red today, Mr. Man in the simulator trading and doing well. So guys, check out the Discord. And by the way, let me pull this back up. There are two options to be in here. In the top left hand corner where you see server shop, you can come right here. You can become a participant. This is where you can join and have read only access, right? Read only access. You can read all the text, see all the call outs if you don't care to engage in text, because there's a lot of people, believe it or not, who do not care to like type text and be super active, but they just want to see the call outs on a day to day. Other than that, if you want to be a full member, be able to utilize, of course, typing, sharing screenshots of your charts. Maybe you want to share how you did on the day, things like that. You want to also be able to join our voice channels. You can do that, right? The voice channels is where we can jump in and talk to each other as if we're having a phone call, up to 50 traders at one time. And we do that on a regular basis. We also have traders such as Tim, Save, Crispy, Calamity. All these guys will share from time to time and lead the trading floor and talk about what they've done on the day. So shout out to the community, shout out to the traders, and I'll catch you guys later. Bright and early again tomorrow. There's no way to run, there's no way to hide it. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. Bright and early again tomorrow morning. We are locked, loaded, and ready. We will study up and we will prevail. It's not even a question of if, it's a matter of when. See you guys tomorrow. Stay locked in, stay safe, stay green.